Antonio Brown's career has been anything but predictable. After the NFL player retired unexpectedly, people were curious to see what his next steps would be. Pretty sure no one was expecting a rapper to be on the list, but as we said, anything but predictable. And like his career in sports, his music career has been a roller coaster ride too. To find out more about how his life as a hip-hop artist is going, keep watching. First up, Brown's music career. Antonio didn't sit around for long after his dramatic retirement, which included him taking off his shirt and dashing around the field during an ongoing match. In fact, just a few hours after the match, he released his first single, Pit Not the Palace, and spent the coming days partying with rapper Fabulous. Looks like he had been planning his great release for a while now, and we've got to hand it to him. What other way to have people invested than right after a little drama? Guess he took that advice from Kanye West, who finds himself in some controversy every now and then. Antonio, or should we call him by his stage name now, AB, was seen heading into booths with West just weeks after the release of his first single. That's not all. He was also caught producing videos, attending famous podcasts, headlining at venues, and more. Shortly after all this, he announced that he would be dropping his first album, Paradigm, soon. The album consists of 10 songs featuring several well-known artists in the hip-hop industry, such as French Montana, Fivio, Young Thug, and some more. Before its release, he held a press conference in which he talked about the album and what to expect from it. He explained that to him, Paradigm means total perspective. And ever since his career has changed, he's had a paradigm shift, which means he's changed how he sees everything. And that is exactly what this album is all about. Vibe.com called the album an impressive effort and stated that it helps in adding credibility to his career. According to them, the album seemed to be littered more with the people he was featuring rather than showcasing his own rapping abilities. The 1.7-star rating from Hot New Hip Hop begs to differ though, but we're sure that will just put another perspective for Brown. Up next, AB's performance at the Rolling Loud Miami. Antonio seems to be having his viral moment again after his recent performance at the Rolling Loud in Miami. With a lineup full of incredibly talented artists like Kid Cudi, Gucci Mane, Kanye West, Playboi Carti, and more, AB still managed to attract some attention. You've got to hand it to him. Man's got talent. But the reason his performance went viral was not for good reasons. In fact, the video, which currently has more than 2.6 million views, is making the rounds because of what a terrible performer AB is. The only reason the video is viral is that people can't stop making fun of him. In the video, we see Brown performing in front of a crowd that seems to be the least bothered by him. In fact, if anything, it looks like the performance is bothering them because, well, it's horrendous. Honestly, their frustration is justified. You pay money to go to one of hip-hop's biggest music festivals, and then you watch a performance like that? You'd either be pissed because you'd fear the future of hip-hop is dark, or because you wasted your money on this. The crowd showed zero energy in the video, and looked like they had absolutely no interest in AB's performance. They were probably saving their energy for some real rappers. But if there's a bright side to all of this, we've got some hilarious Twitter content. One user tweeted that if he'd been told a few years ago that AB was going to perform at Rolling Loud, he would have figured that society had collapsed into a dystopia. Now that he puts it this way, it does make us wonder. One Twitter user claimed that this is probably one of the best songs an athlete has released. He further emphasized that he's comparing it to athletes only. Not gonna lie, he had us in the first half. Leaving people less than amused, we wonder, did Brown really leave football for this? Some NFL players also had their opinions on his performance, and surprisingly, they were pretty nice about it. They were pretty supportive of his new career. New Orleans Saints defensive Cameron Jordan claimed that Antonio seemed to be thriving in spite of whatever the world wants to call him. He even pointed out that when do you ever get to see an athlete perform at such a big music festival? So whatever it is, it's a big deal. We like your optimism, Jordan. If anything, Brown is unfazed by all the negativity. We're sure that we'll be hearing more soon about AB, whether it be through his music being appreciated or because of another viral moment. Given his record, we're positive it'll be the latter. And finally, will Brown ever return to the NFL? Brown is one of the best receivers in the NFL, so his retirement was a loss to the franchise. Some fans question whether he will be able to go back to that career because it looks like he still has more potential to be displayed in the game. However, because of his many tantrums and gimmicks, the franchise has shown no interest interest in taking him back, nor has any team, but it seems like that seems to be the least of Brown's worries, as he looks very devoted to his hip-hop career, especially after claiming that he won't stop until he's one of the biggest artists in the world. Can't decide if he's being optimistic or delusional there, but we'll let the future decide that. Till then, we're going to go watch his performance one last time, just for the laughs, and let's see what he has in store for us. Now, in other related news. First up, the Kid Cudi and Kanye West drama at Rolling Loud Miami. Antonio Brown's performance wasn't the only performance at the Rolling Loud everyone was talking about. The Kanye West and Kid Cudi drama was also a big part of the entire event. Do you remember when Kanye West was acting just a bit crazy and was posting all these memes and tweets about Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian, also calling out Kid Cudi during all that? Well, Cudi did not respond nicely to that and cut off West afterward. Probably not the reaction Ye expected. The drama between the two didn't end there, because at first it was announced that West would be headlining the Rolling Loud Miami Festival, but he backed out last minute and was replaced by the day and night singer. But seems like the fans did not like this replacement, as they threw water bottles at him and booed him off the stage. Not cool. And to everyone's surprise, Ye made a guest appearance in Lil Durk's set and even performed the song Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, which has vocals by Cudi. Kanye West, you are one messy dude. The Rolling Loud management released a statement supporting Cudi, but he has yet to make any kind of comment on the entire situation. Up next, Travis Scott's surprise performance. Seems like Kanye's performance isn't the only surprise fans got. After Ye had pulled away as the headliner, word got out that Travis was being considered as his replacement, but Miami Festival's founders denied that that ever happened, and claimed that after Scott's Astroworld crowd fatality, they weren't going to risk that at the festival. But it turns out he was never banned from performing in the first place. In fact, the co-founders stated that Astroworld had nothing to do with their decision, but it was made because they had reached out to Scott at such short notice that getting a confirmation was difficult. To the fans' surprise, Travis returned on the stage after 9 months and performed during Future's set, in which he performed songs like Goosebumps, Antidote, and No Bystanders. He left the stage after the set. And finally, Lil Uzi's shocking look for the Rolling Miami. The incredible performances weren't all that people were talking about. After Lil Uzi debuted yet another bizarre look, people were amused. From the heavy sets, Uzi's was one of the anticipated ones of the night. While Uzi didn't miss in his performance, neither did they miss in their looks. Their new hairdo came as a shock to the crowd, as many fans saw their hair in long spikes, and to top it off, the hair tips were red in color. We can't tell if they were inspired by Dragon Ball Z, or is this some sort of goth-inspired haircut? Either way, it looked pretty cool. But that's not all. Fans noticed that Uzi was also wearing a shirt that had his pronouns, they, them on it. They had recently changed their pronouns on Instagram, and if that wasn't confirmation enough, here it was. Lil Uzi did not disappoint in their set either, and it seems like fans had the time of their lives at this festival. We're not jealous at all, not one bit. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Antonio Brown's music career is promising? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.